He killed his family and disappeared for 18 years. John List's story is one of the most chilling and perplexing cases of family annihilation in American history. His actions on that fateful day in November 1971 were not just the result of financial desperation, but also a deeply rooted belief system that justified his horrific deeds. List was a man who saw himself as the patriarch, responsible for the spiritual well-being of his family. His strict Lutheran upbringing and his own rigid interpretation of faith led him to believe that he was saving his family from eternal damnation. The financial strain was immense. List had lost his job and was unable to find steady employment. The bills were piling up, and the family's once comfortable lifestyle was crumbling. He felt trapped, with no way out. In his mind, the only solution was to send his family to heaven, where they would be free from the suffering he believed was inevitable on earth. The meticulous planning that went into the murders is both chilling and telling. List ensured that the family would not be discovered for weeks. He stopped the mail, informed the children's schools that they would be away, and even turned on the lights and played classical music to create a serene atmosphere in the house. The letter he left for his pastor was a detailed confession, explaining his motives and his belief that he was doing the right thing. It was a twisted justification for an act that is incomprehensible to most. After the murders, List disappeared without a trace. He assumed a new identity, Robert Clark, and started a new life in Colorado. He remarried and became an active member of the local church, blending into the community without raising any suspicion. For 18 years, he lived a seemingly normal life while the memory of his horrific crime faded into the background. It wasn't until the television show America's Most Wanted aired a segment on his case that he was finally caught. The show featured an age-progressed clay bust of List, which was so accurate that a neighbor immediately recognized him and contacted the authorities. List was arrested and brought to trial, where he was convicted of 5 counts of first-degree murder. During the trial, List showed no remorse for his actions. He maintained that he believed he was saving his family from a worse fate. His lack of emotion and cold demeanor only added to the horror of his crimes. List was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He spent the rest of his life behind bars, where he died in 2008 at the age of 82. His case remains a haunting reminder of the potential for darkness within the human soul. The mystery of the mansion fire adds another layer of intrigue to the story. The house, which had stood as a silent witness to the murders, burned to the ground 9 months after the crime. While arson was suspected, no definitive cause was ever determined. Some believe it was a random act, while others think it was an attempt to erase the memory of the horrific events that took place there. The case of John List raises many questions about the nature of evil, the impact of religious beliefs, and the lengths to which a person will go to escape their perceived failures. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable reality that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are not those lurking in the shadows, but those living among us, hiding behind a facade of normalcy. As we reflect on this chilling case, we must ask ourselves, what drives a person to commit such unspeakable acts? Is it a twisted sense of duty, a desperate attempt to regain control, or something far more sinister? And what can we learn from the story of John List to prevent such tragedies in the future? Understanding the complex interplay of factors that lead to such extreme behavior is crucial in identifying warning signs and intervening before it's too late. The legacy of John List is a dark one, but it serves as a stark reminder of the importance of mental health, community support, and the need for vigilance in recognizing and addressing the signs of distress in those around us. As we delve into more stories where truth is colder than fiction, we invite you to join the conversation. Share your thoughts on what drives individuals to such extremes and how we can work together to create a safer, more compassionate world. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Zero Hour Files for more stories that explore the darkest corners of the human psyche and the mysteries that continue to haunt us. To quote Mats Fredriksson, "Some homes echo with the sounds of life, others echo with what never should have been."